Hello everyone. Welcome to the Division B West game, Massive Whiff versus ReGen Blue. I am Linehouse. I will be casting tonight's match for all of you fine, lovely folks in Twitch chat. I wanted to start off by saying, if you haven't noticed, I do have a friendly co-host with me tonight, Murky, the lovable Murloc. Say hello, Murky. Whoa. Maybe he'll be a bit friendlier after another match or so. Anyway, I wanted to talk about the teams real quick before we started. ReGen Blue was in Division B last season. They were known as First Pick Nova. This is their third game of the Season 5 for NGS. They are currently 1 draw and 1 loss. So they're hoping to maybe pick up their first victory tonight. For this team in particular, they really feel like a Jekyll and Hyde type team. When they are playing well, they're playing well, and they look like a really good, solid team in the division. But when they struggle, they really struggle, and they look like just like the opposite. So you never know what kind of team is going to be here to show up tonight. So hopefully it's a strong one on their half. For Massive Whiff, this is actually their first game of the NGS Season 5. Last season, they were in Division C, and they finished fairly strongly, if I remember correctly. I think at least top 5, I believe, in the regular season. This season, they are in Division B. A little bit about them. They're actually a group of U.S. Navy submariners with 1 civilian brother. They made sure to point the civilian part out. They're all over the country. Their team name, Massive Whiff, is based on Ruben Ripper's ability to miss huge plays at critical moments and to throw said games. They moved up from Division C, picked up 2 new players, and they're very excited for this season. I'm looking at the lobby, and it looks like almost everyone's in. So to start off, 2 maps that were banned, Sky Temple and Volskaya Foundry, so we won't be seeing those this evening. After that, the first map we're going to be playing on is actually Dragonshire, picked by ReGen Blue. And let's see. After that, I think, other than that, let me see if the teams are ready to go. I mean, it's always hard in the beginning of the season to know how teams are going to perform, because you never really know what heroes everyone picks, what their meta is, what their desires are. And like I feel like the first few weeks, you're kind of just like hoping that your plan works, because you don't really have any clue what the other team is about to try to do. All right, looks like they are ready. So we're gonna go in, start the first match. Oh, I think I have the game sound off. Can I do it here? Nope. Looks like I have to fix it after the fact. Anyway. Alright, so first band's coming up. We have, I believe it should be first picking Massive Whiff on the left-hand side. So, I mean, this Dragonshire, to me, this is a map where you're going to want to be able to control both the top lane and the bottom lane pretty strongly. I think this map you normally see 2 tanks, or at least a tank and a fairly strong bruiser. At least that's the way I feel like is a good way to play this map. Raynor's not a very surprising first ban right now, considering his strength in the meta ever since he got the update. I feel like maybe here you're going to want to, I don't know. I mean, to me, Rel would be a good ban, particularly since you don't have first pick for ReGen Blue. She's a very, obviously, strong solo laner. Yep, there it is, the Rel ban to start off. I mean, I just don't know what any hero, other than you just sticking up a ranged DPS up there to her, can deal with her. So it's not surprising that that's a first ban for them. Second ban, what do we think? Do we think we see a Genji or a tank? Like a solid Diablo or, okay, Garrosh. There he is, solid tank right there. Another one, he's good for making picks, controlling the point at the bottom. Oh, apparently my Murloc is not happy that I had the sound turned off for the draft. I apologize for that. And there's a Blaze. So really tank heavy, which goes back to what is strong on this map, which is having a strong tank on the bottom to be able to control the bottom point, and obviously a strong solo laner on top to be able to hold that point as well. First pick on here, I feel like, Genji's always good on most maps, but oh yeah, I was about to say a mobile global presence would actually be a good pick as well. So Dahaka being first pick is not really surprising. It's actually a really good first pick for Massive Whiff. They would be able to solo lane on the top, clearing the waves pretty strongly, and then also be able to burrow down to below if need be in order to try to stop or to get a pick down there. Thrall and Phoenix, first two picks by ReGen Blue. I can see the synergy, particularly if Thrall goes Earthquake, and I'm going to assume that Thrall is going to be the solo laner up top, at least potentially. But the only thing that's weird, I'm a little afraid of, is picking 2 DPS so early, because then the other team can counter that pretty strongly, unless they're not planning on going a second bruiser or a second tank, and that's what Thrall is just going to fill completely. ETC and Deckard. Deckard is really good against the dive, and with a Thrall already showing, that's actually a pretty strong support pick for Massive Whiff. And then ETC is just good all around tank. He's not really been meta lately, but as we've seen in stats, if you are really good with the tank or with a hero and you know how to play with them, it doesn't really matter if they're meta, as long as your team is good with them and knows how to play with them. ReGen Blue banning Tracer. That is actually kind of interesting to me. I wonder if that's something that they've seen from Massive Whiff, or if that's something that they just know is really going to be strong against their particular team that they're thinking about taking. Muradin is another strong ban, and that actually makes it's a good, smart ban. ETC is already taken, Dahaka is already taken, and Garrosh is already banned out. So you're really limiting the tank pool for ReGen Blue with that ban. It has to be support, right, at this point? Yeah, support and Greymane. Malfurion is strong just one of the strongest healers in the game. I think he's still up there. Maybe he's below Deckard with some of the latest changes, and Alex Straza, but he's still a really strong support, particularly on this map if they're trying to get ganks, which it looks like their comp is built to do. Greymane obviously can also dive in to get the final kill on somebody, and he can get camps really well, which is very key on this map. And Cassia and Jaina. So they're looking straight up to make ReGen Blue come to them. Massive Whiff wants ReGen Blue to come to them with their comp, and then they want to punish them with a bunch of AoE damage and crowd control. So what tank? It has to be Johanna. Now I'm going through my head what was left. I like the idea of ReGen Blue's team. They have pretty good wave clear. They have pretty good map control when it comes to camps and everything. I do wonder, because Massive Whiff drafted really well. Whoa. Why did it come back to this? Hold on. RIP. Yeah. Well, I guess right now I can turn sound back on, so that way you can actually hear the game. What happened? Hold on. I'll go back to my caster screen. No idea. All right, let's try. Oh, we lost somebody on ReGen Blue's team. Okay. All right, it looks like we're having technical difficulties right now. So we saw the draft. so we know what's kind of coming. Massive Whiff has a very strong anti-dive team, while ReGen Blue has a really strong dive team with also map control when it comes to getting camps and everything. With that said, I'm going to see if I can help out the teams and see what's going on, and I'm just going to put this on a be right back, and we'll get back to this as soon as we can. Sorry, everyone. All right, it looks like everyone should be back in. There we go. I gotta fix that. Anyway, it looks like everyone's back in. We're just gonna do a quick. We're making sure they're picking the correct characters, but we're not gonna redo the draft. We already saw what that was. And when everyone's ready, we're gonna get this going. I'm just double checking to make sure the teams are correct. That's correct. Okay. Alrighty. So, once again, this is a Division B West matchup. This is Massive Whiff's first match of the season. After that, this is ReGen Blue's third match. ReGen Blue is looking for their first win. Coincidentally, Massive Whiff is looking for their first win. Of course, it's really easy to do that when you haven't played a game yet. What do you think about that, Murky? Okay, you really need to stop being so grumpy, Murky. You need to be nicer. Anyway, we are now in game. Let's just check this out. Oh, I forgot to turn off the cursor. Oh, I apologize for this.
Commencing in 10 seconds.
There we go. We'll just do that.
5, 4, 3.
All right.
2,
4.
1.
Massive Whiff. We have Ruben Ripper on Deckard. We have Zane KT on Cassia. K-Sigil on Dahaka. ETC on Zanzibar. And Mama's Meat on Jaina. 4. ReGen Blue. We have a Steel on Malfurion. Party Boy Corey on Phoenix. Jet on Greymane. Mongoose on Johanna. And Larson up on Thrall. And we're just doing the beginning of the match. Party bush. Party time. Nothing too special going on down there. Quick rotation by ReGen Blue into the bottom lane. And they have already cleared it and they're heading back up. But it looks like Massive Whiff has other plans, trying to get like a quick pick with their ETC. But it was a really good stall by Johanna with Mongoose, making sure they couldn't get in on the team.
The ancient shrines awaken. Control them and let loose the Dragon Knight. Blue team draws first blood.
Oh my god, I missed a kill? Oh my bad.
Hero slain.
So, they just got 2 picks on the bottom. I apologize, I'm messing with my mouse thing, I'm dumb. But, it looks like ReGen Blue quickly gets 2 picks on Cassia and, I believe, the Jaina? I could be wrong.
Hurry, activate the shrines and the dragon's
So,
power is yours.
they clearly had the team comp. That's what they want to do. They want to dive in. They caught them out too far, I'm guessing, and they've already gotten a kill with that, or 2 kills. Looks like Thrall was trying to finish off the Hawk up top, but was not able to. There's a good tongue by K-Sigil to make sure to get out of it. There's an invade by Massive Whiff on their camp on the right-hand side. ReGen Blue was still able to secure the camp and get out just in time. Massive Whiff was just a little bit slow on getting to the camp. Bottom Shrine will be soon controlled by ReGen Blue, although that's a lot of Massive Whiff there for Party Boy Corey. He has decided to get out. So, Massive Whiff controlling the bot currently, although they do have to deal with the Siege Giants taken by ReGen Blue. ReGen Blue has coming in with their 4-man to try to retake the bottom. And the Deckard stun kind of backed off Greymane and Phoenix, but they're still pretty strong in there. They don't really have their Cassius. She's in the middle, soaking experience, so this is a really strong position for ReGen Blue to be in currently. Okay, looks like they're going to rotate up to the middle to get that soak. I'm surprised that all of them are going, but let's see. So Massive Whiff will take back mid for free. They're trying to gank Cassia. And they get her with the root, and she is donezo. I do believe that is her second death. Yeah, it is. Okay, so they only had the 1 kill, and then they had the reverse kill on Phoenix. That's what I missed earlier. So there's a trade earlier. That was my bad. But Cassie has now died twice. I'm guessing the first time maybe was from being a little bit over aggressive, but she did get cut out in the middle. And the Massive Whiff I would imagine should have seen that coming, so maybe she needs to be a little bit careful about staying out there for so long with this kind of a team. With the Malfurion root that Johanna pull in, and the Greymane dive. And there it is again. She is rooted another time, and that was interesting focus right there. Jet gets taken down instead by the ETC slide, and ReGen Blue has to leave licking their wounds. You said it, Murky. Both the tanks at the bottom, so no one's going to be doing anything there for a while. Massive Whiff trying to push out the middle lane, and the battle of the healers, always exciting to do in the middle. Ooh, there's a gank attempt by Phoenix and Thrall on Dahaka in the top lane. There's the root, and there he goes. Larson barely having enough health to get away from the towers. However, they do get the Dahaka, and they now control both points. Alright, it looks like they're going to attempt to get it. Johanna should be able to hold a point against ETC for a very long time. So the real question is, can they hold back this line in the middle from Massive Whiff in order to secure the dragon? Looks like Greymane went down with Johanna. Just to clear it? I mean, it must be to clear it, and they just knew they weren't going to be able to hold it from the Dahaka coming back. Looks like Deckard and Jaina are coming down bot to help ETC. There's the root attempt. Slid. There's unstoppable by Johanna, and she's able to get away. That was very close. I think if the rotation's a little bit quicker by their DPS, I think that's a kill for Massive Whiff. Looks like Greymane's going to start on the Siege Giants. We have another rotation back top, so Phoenix and Thrall are doing a really good job of tag teaming on the Dahaka and keeping him a little wary and scared to keep taking the top shrine. Massive Whiff looks like they're going to take the bottom camp in response to ReGen Blue taking the Siege Giants. So that should help them get relieve some pressure on this bottom lane. Although I think that was cleaned up really quickly, at least from ReGen Blue. I think Massive Whiff would have been better off if they could have pulled the Siege this way, or the Giants that, or the Bruisers that way, in order to have them come up the left-hand side and give them more pushing power to protect them better. But at least they made sure that ReGen Blue can't get the camp at all. ReGen Blue is still controlling the bottom shrine, and they control the top again. And they're going to give this one up right now. Cassie is still soaking mid, not coming down anytime soon. Another strong root on the Jaina, and she is deleted by the entire ReGen Blue team. They need to be more careful about those roots because Ozsteel has been landing them very consistently. Taking a look at some talents. We got Blessed Shield for Johanna has been taken. Earthquake by Thrall as predicted to pair with the Phoenix, which I assume is, yep, Purification Salvo. Tranquility by Malfurion. And Go for the Throat by Greymane. What's really interesting to me is while ReGen Blue is actually doing a really good job of controlling the points on the most part, they haven't really seemed that interested in actually grabbing the dragon. Now that could be because they know, oh, there's a bush attempt right here. Are they going to be able to finish off the ETC? Looks like he'll get away. That was very fortuitous for Massive Whiff because it looked, Jaina was pretty close, but it looked like ReGen Blue tried to set most of their focus on the ETC. So anyway, what I was saying is, it looks like it's really interesting to me because I feel like ReGen Blue has controlled to the shrines for most of the map, and they haven't really tried to get the dragon. And this is the first time they've actually tried to get it, and they are easily able to grab it. And I have a feeling that they kind of were calculating that based on the level. Since they are level 11, they have their ultimates. They feel maybe they can push it in better, and that way they knew they could control the map with the camps, with their team comp, and make Massive Whiff have to keep responding to them as opposed to being able to do other things in between the phases. So I think if that's what was their strategy, I think it was really well done by ReGen Blue. So it looks like they're being very careful. They want the minion wave to come up with the dragon. They took down the towers immediately in the mid, and now they want to take the towers down in the bottom lane. Marquis, calm down. We're trying to watch a match here. We got a attempt at a kick. He's blocked into the gate. Maybe he didn't realize that there was a gate there. Looks like Dahaka is trying to get Thrall top. I know I've left the bottom, but I saw that he was coming in deeper, so I felt that he might have been able to get a kill there. So, Massive Whiff has only lost the 2 towers in the bot and the mid lane. Not terrible, considering that they are also down by a level with ReGen Blue. So, that's not a bad defense. They didn't really lose what was more than what was expected. And immediately, ReGen Blue goes off to get the bruiser camp, the night camp. What they are going off of that immediately because Johanna's in trouble trying to get the siege giants, and they're responding to that accordingly. Now that, everyone, is how you respond to what I assume was a shot caller, because this camp was almost taken by Greymane and company. And they just straight out left it to help out their team at the Siege Giants. That was really well done to prevent any kind of loss or death in that situation. Alright, I'm going to try to go over the ultimates since we haven't... they've been kind of busy since then. Lornado was taken by... see, look at that. I go over the ultimates, I missed a kill. So it looks like Dahaka did finally get Thrall. There was a couple times it did look like he got him close, so I'm not really surprised that it actually ended up happening eventually. Thrall seems to be not trading too well overall with the Dahaka without the help of Phoenix being up there. So anyway, going back to the talents. Lornado by Deckard, Isolation by Dahaka, Ball of Lightning for Cassia, Mosh Pit by ETC, and Ring of Frost by Jaina. So they are clearly going for that wombo with the Mosh Pit, Ring of Frost, Ball Lightning. So much fun had by everyone. Quick rotation to their camp. Quick rotation over to the Knights camp. They're just kind of, both teams are just kind of waiting for the shrines to activate, get some map pressure going.
Dragon shall rest no longer. Unleash its power.
So it looks like... I wonder if that's going to be a change. No, okay. I saw Greymane up top not getting the camp, but Thrall was instead. So I wonder if that's going to be a change in rotation, because Dahaka seems to be doing better against Thrall, but looks like they're going to stay with it for now. Dahaka is coming up from the behind to clear the camp. So it looks like Massive Whiff controls the bottom really solidly right now, while top is in debate. Strong push right now with the Siege Giants. And it looks like ReGen Blue is coming in on the side to take a look, to take a stop to it. And that is a big miss on Ring of Frost and Lornado. That's a long cooldown to have on your plate, and you hit nobody with it. ETC going in deep though with the slide, but forces out the tranquility from Malfurion, and no one will die. Everyone goes back into their comfort zones. The root on ETC, but oh, is he going to be? Oh wow, that root on ETC, and the Greymane's going crazy, and I don't know where to follow. Greymane gets Deckard. Malfurion, Bear, and Jaina barely escape with their lives. ReGen Blue just won a massive team fight, and they're going to get another Dragon Knight. And it looks like Isolation was used on Thrall top, but that was a desperation move by Dahaka to try to get the point back. And then it looks like they're going straight for the mid, where the lane is pushed in the most for them. They're going to take that mid fort easily, so the question will be, will they go for keep walls, or will they go for bottom fort? And it looks like bottom fort is your answer. That minion wave's not going to be pushed up anytime soon, so that dragon is going to be taking fort shots. And that's a big blizzard from Jaina. She took the upgrade, the snowstorm version. Actually, looking at Jaina's build, it's an interesting Jaina build, now that I'm actually really looking at it. But I think it's because of how dive heavy the team is, and she wants to make sure to have a longer slow on them, and obviously Arcane Intellect to make sure she has mana for the fights. ReGen Blue trying to keep walls with this Dragon Knight, and whoa, Cassia goes in after the ETC power slide and just deletes Phoenix. And ReGen Blue has to retreat, and ETC's on the opposite side of this, and he just got kicked into the fort, but there's no towers to stop it. And they are going for it. Massive Whiff really wants... Oh, isolation was that an isolation? That looked like it was, and he could not do his mosh pit, which you know he wanted to do right then and there. That was well thrown out by Dahaka. I'm sorry, not by Dahaka. Was that... Okay, I'm wrong. I don't know what I'm saying, but I thought he was silenced there. I'm wondering why he didn't do mosh pit then. I'm thinking completely something wrong. Ignore me. But Massive Whiff is able to get the bottom fort with that turnaround after getting the pick on Phoenix and then getting the pick on Greymane. Now able to take recontrol of the map, getting both Siege Giants, and it looks like they'll get the bottom Knights as well. I know I was wrong, Murky. Be quiet. Okay, I'm sorry. So, if they get both this and they time it correctly, I wonder if they're going to push in together, because their bottom lane is pushed out pretty deep currently. They are on even talent tiers. While they're down a level, they're not down talent tiers yet. So now's a good time for them to try to make up for that and get bottom keep wall, if not more, if they get a pick. The Haka is soaking top to get that extra XP value, and it does look like they're attempting to push with the Cruiser Knight camp, and it is closely timed with the Siege Giants, so they're getting pretty decent value. ETC did a really good job of protecting the flank from Thrall. I'm assuming he wanted to run in there and throw his Earthquake. Alright, they're not able to get too much value from it. That was well defended by ReGen Blue.
Free the Dragon Knight and slaughter your enemies.
Oh, there's a strong Deckard's root on there, but no follow-up. Cassia is in the middle. They're trying to quickly grab the Shrine before... Looks like Phoenix is there to stop them, and here comes ReGen Blue with a heavy rotation on this, and oh my goodness. Every Alt-R button was just pressed. There's another Ring of Frost that missed everybody. I'm pretty sure that Mama's Meat is going to want that back. ETC is down as well, and ReGen Blue has prevented the Dragon Knight from being taken, and they should be able to secure the Dragon Knight of their own with this. I'd be angry too, Murky, if we had a rotation like that. If we lost to a rotation like that. All right, where would they go? I'm going to guess they're going to go mid. Yes, they are. They are looking for the rest of this keep wall. Are they going to go bot? That bot lane's not pushed in, and it looks like Mongoose is going back there to clear it finally. But that's kind of a delay. It's going to cost them some time on the Dragon Knight. Hopefully they play it patiently and they wait before they just take in needless tower shots. Dahaka is still top lane, getting extra value, hoping to get them level 20 to be on even footing again. Dragon Knight's going in, they want this keep. I just feel like the synergy between Massive Whiff and their talents is not there. Like, the root comes down, but after the blizzard, I feel like they just need to be a little more patient with their abilities, because they have been able to deal significant damage to ReGen Blue in their team fights. It's just like their synergy is off a little bit. ReGen Blue going for the core, and Larson teleports right up into Jaina's business, throws down the Earthquake, is very, very healthy, and is now silenced by Dahaka, and he will go down first. There is Ball Lightning. Oh my goodness, they're trying to get the core, and they do finish it still with the Game 1 victory. Well played by ReGen Blue. Oh, I mean... I after watching that, I feel like Massive Whiff. I don't know if I want to make the pun, but they kind of did whiff on their ultimates quite a bit in that game. I felt a little bad for them because they actually had a good comp to deal with what ReGen Blue had, and all they needed to do was be a bit more synergized in order to complete that, in order to to win those matches, or those team fights. And it was just like right there, and they're just not quite able to do it. And I felt bad, but I do feel that there's some things to look positive on. I don't feel like that was a mismatch in any way. I think those two teams did look fairly evenly matched, even though it ended kind of quickly near the end there. But we'll see what happens in game number 2. That game map number 2 is on Massive Whiff's map, which is Infernal Shrines. So we'll be right back in a few minutes to check that out and see if they can even up this series. All right. We're getting ready to start match number 2. This is, of course, Massive Whiff versus ReGen Blue. ReGen Blue took map number 1, which was on Dragonshire, with a very strong and convincing comp. It looked like, they had a really strong game plan. They controlled the map. They took the camps, made sure to always control the bottom of the map foremost the entire time. Did really good rotations to secure the top with their Thrall, who was struggling against the Dahaka. They played a really good team effort in that first game. Wouldn't you agree, Murky? Well, yes, but did you actually watch the match? Okay, I don't even know why I have you on here. Or I'm sorry. Anyway, we're about to start map number 2. This will be on Infernal Shrines. Oh, that means a raid's coming on. Oh, it looks like Murda has raided the party. Crow raided earlier. Thank you both for doing that. It looks, hopefully your matches went well that you were casting. We are about to start match number 2 with ReGen Blue versus Massive Whiff. Once again, ReGen Blue did win map number 1, which was on Dragonshire. We are about to go into map number 2, which is on Infernal Shrines, which was Massive Whiff's pick. So, this map, Objective Control, is the name of the game. Everybody wants everybody wants the John Cena on their side. You don't want him body slamming your team. You want him body slamming the enemy team. So, key heroes on this map normally are Alexstrasza, Gul'dan. Let's see. Deckard is a good one. Stukov is a good one. Anybody that can control a point area, Johanna, is high value on this map. And a quick Tracer ban by ReGen Blue, who they did ban in the last game as well. So that must be a target ban to someone on Massive Whiff. We have no stats yet because the season's still young, so we would maybe know that later on in the future. But they must know this team, or they must have scouted this team, because Tracer is an interesting ban on Infernal Shrines, particularly in Division B. Rel, though, has been banned once again. She is obviously probably the strongest solo laner in the game currently, and it looks like neither team wants to risk the other team getting her to have fun with. Let's see what the next ban will be. Bobo, you are welcome to do either one, but I will say the soft and lurid Murloc Whispers would be the preference. Deckard has been banned by ReGen Blue. I have a feeling that if we don't get a Massive Whiff Alexstrasza ban right now, she's about to be first picked by ReGen Blue. There's a Rainer. Let's see if Alexstrasza is first picked by ReGen Blue. Are they going to make me wait for it? It looks like they're going to make me wait for it, aren't they? So, Murky, how are you doing? You were waiting for the pick too, huh? That's interesting. Hey, look at that! What was that Alexstrasza first picked? No, you don't say. No, it wouldn't. They're not going to pick Lily on this map. Go in the timeout corner, Murloc. Alexstrasza, first pick on this map. She has a fantastic control of the objective. She has her dragon form, which basically means what, we have 20 or more of the minions killed. Well, guess what? We're gonna get the rest because we have dragon form the rest of the way. She has both of her ults are strong, high quality ults depending on what kind of team you want to do. Lifebinder or Cleansing Flame. She's just probably one of the best heroes on this map, and it's no surprise that ReGen Blue took her first. Diablo and Malfurion, a good follow-up though. Diablo's actually probably one of the strongest tanks on this map with all the different walls that he can bang people into. And Malfurion, well, we saw what he could do in the last game with the roots, and it looks like Massive Whiff has decided that they'd rather be the one laying the roots as opposed to being the one stuck in the roots. Jaina and Blaze followed up by ReGen Blue, and also really good shrine control. Blaze with his oil spills and being able to light them on fire. Jaina, obviously, with her blizzards and her cone of cold. Mirrodin has been banned by Massive Whiff, and I believe that is the second game in a row they've banned Mirrodin in particular. So that might be a target ban as well on their end for a specific member on ReGen Blue, or maybe they just really don't like Mirrodin. Greymane has been banned by ReGen Blue. They don't want any more shrine control or being able to map control with the camps for the other team. So they decided to get rid of the all-around hero of Greymane. Murky, how do you feel about the Worgen in World of Warcraft? But did they ever do anything to wrong you? Yes, I know that you hate everybody because they kill your family, but what about the Worgen in particular? You're just never going to talk to me, are you? But while I was messing around with Murky, Alarak and Dahaka have been chosen. Dahaka is always really good for split soaking and taking up everybody's time in the lanes to get that extra sweet XP. And Alarak is an interesting choice to go along with what Massive Whiff wants to do on this map.
Chaos comes.
I don't know what to say with that, because I'm about to talk about how Alarak can really do amazing things with his pull and silence. And then Cho'Gall was chosen by ReGen Blue. Wow, we've got a Cho'Gall game, everyone, in Division B on Infernal Shrines.
Will not be denied.
And Gul'dan is the last pick by Massive Whiff. Wow, though, so Alex Strauss is basically guaranteed to go Lifebinder now, I believe. And they want to do a massive wombo, I would assume, with the Jaina and Ring of Frost and a pull and the Cho'Gallness in general. So this should be a very interesting map or match with these picks. I'm actually looking forward to seeing how that goes down. I'm wondering if the Alarak could actually be... Alright, I'm going to show you this real quick. I'll just do the draft screen. All of the members of Massive Whiff have the Cho'Gall portrait. I'm just saying. Maybe they knew it was coming. Cho'Gall, though, everyone. This should be interesting.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
Alright. Starting off, we got K Sizzle for Massive Whiff on Alarak. Ruben Ripper on Malfurion. Gul'dan is being played by Mama's Meat. Zanzibar is played by Diablo. And Zane KT is on Dahaka. Jet will be playing Jaina this time. Steele will be on Alexstrasza. Larson is on... I can't think of his name. Yeah, my mind's completely blank. Blaze. There we go. Got it. And Mon-Cory will be the Cho'Gall in action. Mongoose and Party Boy Cory together again. Yes, exactly, Murky. Exactly. We got a little bit of posturing going on here in the bottom lane. Quick pull, and Alarak gets the Jaina with the pull and silence, and Diablo is there to quickly clean it up, and that is a very well done first blood drawn by Massive Whiff. Very fascinating that they just completely ignored the Cho'Gall, very wisely I should say, and they just went and picked off the weaker, squissier target in Jaina. Wow, K Sizzle is really doing well with his pull so far with Alarak. That could, if you can continue that, there's a good hope for Massive Whiff in this game. So we got Jaina, we got Alexstrasza in the middle. Blaze playing with the Haka in the top lane. Do we want to stay here, everyone? I feel like this will be a fun matchup to watch. Then these two calmly clearing the lanes. Larson's gonna wish that we didn't see that because he's probably not assuming we're not actually watching the top lane currently. All right, we'll go down over here where stuff's actually happening. Uh-oh. Look at that invade by Diablo on the ReGen blue side. Where was Cho'Gall with that? Woo! There was nobody there protecting that bush, and Massive Whiff saw their opportunity, steals the camp, gets 2 kills, and they go on their merry way back to the bot lane. That is a problem with the Cho'Gall. There's not enough bodies sometimes in order to soak and to anchor in a bush. Jaina looked like she thought about going after Gul'dan, but decided against it. Alexstrasza is now back. She's going the W build. Circle of Life, Surge of Vitality. I'm looking through. I don't see anything surprising from anybody's talent so far. Looks like the Jaina's going the more traditional Fingers of Frost, Frost Shards build. Massive Whiff's taking the bottom camp right before the objective spawns on top. So ReGen Blue will be forced to stay down here to either clear it or let it get free push. And it looks like Cho'Gall is going to try to clear as fast as they can. Meanwhile, ReGen Blue is also taking another camp of their own, but this one is closer to the top lane, so they may not get as much value. Alarak still actually bottom, harassing the Cho'Gall. They were able to clear the camp pretty quickly. But Massive Whiff already has 17 of the 40 skulls. Alright, it looks like we might have a team fight about to happen here. And Cho'Gall. So, I'm like trying to see like what's really happening here. They're finally targeting down the Diablo. There's a whole lot going around everywhere. A lot of no focus. But Cho'Gall gets dragged by the Dahaka. Alarak's trying to finish him off, but is unable to, and they are able to secure the Punisher while ReGen Blue completely had taken over inside of the objective area. They had enough skulls beforehand and they would have finished that off, which was really well done by them, and they clearly had Gul'dan just thrown in there, just trying to get enough to get the skulls down. They weren't really worried about getting kills. And they are quickly pushing in. They got the first wall. They are now looking to get a fort with this, and ReGen Blue not really able to do much to stop this. And oh, Diablo trying to get the flip, and a double silence on Jaina and Cho'Gall. It looks like they might get the first fort, but this could be trouble for Massive Whiff. ReGen Blue's in hot pursuit. Another good silence though by Alarak, and that saves Diablo from a Cho'Gall engage. Massive Whiff this game coming out firing this time. They are strong on their rotations, really aggressive, trying to make sure that they don't want late game against Cho'Gall. They want to win this map as fast as possible and making sure that ReGen Blue can't get their footing at all with the Cho'Gall comp. Alright, looks like middle might have something going on. Oop, sorry about that. Alright. Everyone's just kind of soaking, getting camp, something really going on right now. Pretty sure ReGen Blue is trying to make sure to figure out a way that they can catch back up in experience. They are down a level. Massive Whiff, or actually almost 2 levels. Massive Whiff's about to hit level 10. We'll see what they're going to pick. Blaze, really low, but there's not much. Dahaka's not going to really finish him off unless he stays, because Zanzibar's considering it. Ooh, it looks like Larson kind of knew that someone might be there. Alright, level 10s have been chosen. Tranquility for Malfurion, Counter-Strike for Alarak, Isolation again for Dahaka, Lightning Breath for Diablo and Horrify for Gul'dan. I cannot believe that he did not take Reign of Destruction, everyone. That alt is OP. Am I right, Murky? I know. It is super OP. Massive Whiff trying to take the bottom camp. They should know it's being scouted right now. I assume that ReGen Blue can see it with the eye of Kilrog, and Gul'dan's able to take it out. But they are down ultimates. They really can't go push out, so they just kind of have to sit back and wait and try to get level 10 as fast as they can. They are still half a level away from ultimates, and Massive Whiff is already level 11. Oh, that was a good pull by Alarak. Luckily for them, they were able to get away. And it looks like there's a ReGen Blue should hit level 10. Yep. Level 10's picked by ReGen Blue. Upheaval for Cho'Gall. Bunker Drop for Blaze. Ring of Frost for Jaina. Twisting Nether for Gall. And Lifebinder for Alexstrasza, and that was a nasty upheaval by Cho'Gall. Immediately would follow up with a Ring of Frost, and Gul'dan and Malfurion were deleted. So now they're going to frantically try to get this before the other two come back. If this is able... Oh, wow. Jaina caught out of position by the Alarak and Diablo, and she is now gone. And that might ruin ReGen Blue's attempts to actually secure this point. They're at 25 out of 40, but they don't have Jaina, and Massive Whiff is coming with their team now respawned. Let's see, the 32, it's really close, but without Jaina, they've lost a lot of their wave clear, and Alexstrasza has been taken out. Diablo, Lightning Breath on Blaze. That is 2 more deaths. Cho'Gall is trying to run. Dragged by Dahaka. Is this going to be an Alarak pull? And no, he gets away. But 39! 39! You know Jaina's going to make me suicide for this, but she's going for it, and she's going to hope. And they got me warning signs. Wow. They chased the Cho'Gall and let the Jaina come in and steal the objective. I don't know about that with Massive Whiff. I don't know about... I mean, maybe they were trying to zone them out, but not all of you, right? Like, some of you gotta try to get the objective points. But they're gonna clear this up. Lucky for them, ReGen Blue is mostly out of position because of all the deaths. So far, they're not getting good value out of this. John Cena's being burned down fairly quickly. They might... Oh, an upheaval stopped by the fort. Fort MVP. Too strong, everybody. Too strong. Lifebinder to heal up the Cho'Gall. Dahaka getting strong push on the top lane. They might get this, but it looks like ReGen Blue is setting up a bush gank. Oh. I think Massive Whiff might have read that and they backed away. But that... Oh, I feels like almost that they showed a little bit too. I'm not sure if he saw them or he just sensed it. If his Alarak senses started tingling. But that was very close. It's interesting to show though that ReGen Blue has actually taken over control of the map while down a talent tier this entire time. Blaze cleaning up, making sure Dahaka doesn't take top. And it looks like we're going into lane mode, everybody. So while we're waiting for something exciting to happen, Murky, how do you feel about Alarak in today's meta? Right, I get that you don't care if it's not your own character, but I feel like the audience would like to know what your specific thoughts are on Alarak in general. So remind me to never have Murky as my co-caster again, because he's absolutely useless. Massive Whiff still in the top camp, and Blaze is trying to clean up as quick as he can. However, ReGen Blue is pushing bottom, trying to finish off this bottom fort. And it looks like they might be trying to go past it to get the Alarak, and they do. And is he going to go down? Is he going to get Jaina with him? No, he is not. Alarak dove upon by Cho'Gall and company, and he pays the price for it. Alexstrasza healing herself up, and it looks like Massive Whiff's going to take this opportunity to try to get their camp real quick before ReGen Blue has a chance to rotate up to it. There is some strong pressure going on bottom, and yep, Gul'dan's on his way to clean that up. Massive Whiff started off this map really strong, but they've kind of faltered through the midway point, and ReGen Blue is slowly creeping up and getting back into this game. And the longer this game goes, the stronger Cho'Gall will be. Dahaka with a nice burrow to protect himself and save himself from the Cho'Gall. And it looks like they're just going to let them go. The next point is up top. They want to clear the way to make sure they have as much space as possible. Another great pull by the Alarak. Not as much follow-up. And a whiff! Double whiff because Jaina rightfully laid down the Ring of Frost in anticipation. Immediately, Massive Whiff goes in knowing that their combo was ruined, and they're going to... Oh, that bunker saves the Cho'Gall briefly, and then he comes out into Lightning Breath. Dragged by Dahaka. It looks like, is Larson going to be able to get away? Oh my goodness, Alarak is actually fighting themselves with Jaina. She's isolated, she can't see what's going on. Alarak able to secure the Jaina kill. Blaze was actually able to get away. He's actually way over here now. Hello. They clearly just changed their target on the Jaina, and they're going to now get this point. And at this point in the game, they might be able to get keep wall and potentially more if they play it correctly. Alarak, what's going on here? Diablo and Alarak are still chasing the Blaze, and Blaze is able to get away. Finally. I think. I'm going to watch for a second, because is he going to keep chasing him? No. Okay. Take a look at the stats real quick. Malfurion's technically still is out healing Alexstrasza currently in the team fights. Very few deaths on the Massive Whiff side. Lots of deaths on the ReGen Blue side. Jaina's clearly been a target for them, and she's been suffering for it. Overall, though, everything seems pretty normal. ReGen Blue quickly trying to burn down John Cena before Massive Whiff's able to sneak their way into the side wall. Zanzibar kind of fakes going in, but doesn't really. Ooh, my apologies. They're going to burn down John Cena without much trouble. Massive Whiff rotating to the mid. They are up a talent tier. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry. I take it back. They are not up a talent tier. They're up a level, though. Almost 2 levels. So they're not going to try to steal a camp. Looks like Diablo's just checking this. What's he doing? Is he going to start this? No, you can't start this. Both teams have the same idea, so there might be some fireworks about to happen. There's the Ring of Frost. Misses, everybody. Oh no, did he get to Haka? It did. I didn't see him through the Diablo's big fat booty. Blaze, though, lays down the bunker. The tongue miss on Jaina. And it looks like a whole lot of nothing will happen. Dragon form is summoned by Alexstrasza, but both teams are able to walk away with some damage, but nothing that can't be healed up or tapped through. Dahaka, though, getting really strong value up on the top, and let's see if I can remember the button. There's the XP. Nope, that's average. There it is. I found it. Look at Dahaka's XP, everyone. 13,000. While Blaze does have 10,000. But Dahaka's ability to burrow, which he is Hearth, but his ability to burrow makes him really a key asset in this match. Both teams are going to be trading their camps, it looks like, and Massive Whiff is kind of pushed back in multiple lanes. So they're trying to clean that up, hopefully before the next phase starts. The Haka will go bottom by himself. So it should be a rotation by both teams to the top to clear both camps. Looks like Massive Whiff is considering a flank. Or are they going somewhere else? Is camp about to activate? No, 2 minutes, 12 seconds. They're going for bottom fort then. So they knew that ReGen Blue was clearing top. And they decided to posture for bot. But they don't really get much of anything. They don't have minion waves pushing in. Not sure. I guess adding more pressure down there, but oh, here comes an invade. And Massive Whiff smells it and runs away. Don't even bother trying to contest it. They want level 20, and they're not going to do anything risky, anything to risk that right now. Dahaka is going to be farming level 20 front of the top lane. They are almost two levels above ReGen Blue. If they can get level 20 before this objective completes, they should be in a very strong position to do some real damage to ReGen Blue, particularly if they get lots of kills during the skirmish. They are patiently waiting for that level 20. There's an upheaval, trying to take advantage of them only at 4. There's a Ring of Frost that connects on Malfurion and Diablo. Bunker is down. Diablo is just lightning breathing all over Alexstrasza, and she can't do anything to get out of it. Diablo does eventually go down, but he chunked Cho'Gall and Jaina so low. Alarak able to finish off the Jaina. Alarak trying to zone out the Cho'Gall. Blaze trying to get the kill on Gul'dan. Great route by Malfurion, and Blaze goes down. Cho'Gall lives with a sliver of health, but this objective will go to Massive Whiff. They did a great counter turn on that engage by ReGen Blue and made them pay for their over-aggression. Looks like they're going to get bottom camp before getting the Punisher. Get a little bit extra push with them. Diablo is farming souls since he did lose all of them unfortunately in that fight. I mean, he did make a good trade, so it's still worth it, but that does mean he is not as beefy as he normally is at full souls. ReGen Blue looking to try to defend this immortal push. They are still down on talent tier, down 1 level. Alarak considering, but not going to go in. It's still a fairly healthy Punisher going in to the keep wall. If Massive Whiff can get a pick here, this could spell doom for ReGen Blue, so they got to be very careful. They do pull the Punisher far back, and they're burning it down about halfway. Massive Whiff is taking out the tower, the front wall. Alarak zooms in, trying to get the Jaina. Misses. Gul'dan fears. Cho'Gall. Drag. Lightning Breath. Oh my goodness. The longest Lightning Breath ever, as always. And that is a 5-man and woman team wipe. And it looks like Massive Whiff is going for the victory. And there's nothing to stop them like this at all. That was well executed by Massive Whiff in the second game to come back and lick their wounds from the first game and show ReGen Blue that they really are a force to be reckoned with. Well played by Massive Whiff. So, I'm going to see if I can get the captain for Massive Whiff to come on to talk about that. So 1 second and then I'll... So that was really well played by Massive Whiff in that second game. And that's what I was kind of talking about the first game. I feel like they sorry, hold on one second. Let's go grab a lobby. What lobby do we want? Let's just say. Oh, you found me. I didn't have to tell you lobby.
Hello.
So,
Yeah, I got it.
I was just about to compliment your team because I was going to say that. By the way, this is Ruben Whipper, the captain of Massive Whiff, joining me for this post-game interview.
Hello.
Welcome. So
Thank you.
I was just saying that your team in the first game I felt was like so very close to turning a lot of team fights because a lot of your ultimates, it just felt like there was a little bit of miscommunication, mis-synergy, and you weren't able to get exactly what you wanted. So it was very nice to see in the second game you were able to correct those little I'm assuming miscommunications. You're free to correct me if I'm wrong, and be able to pull out a very strong and convincing victory in game 2.
Yeah, I think game 1, I said it was the first game of the season. I think there were just some jitters. We missed a lot, not only skill shots, but ultimate skill shots. Like Rings of Frost, I whiffed more than one Lordnado. And even though we were down, we were so close to overcoming it. And then I think in game 2, we just kind of refocused, and our communication was a lot better. Our focus, shot calling, like it really came together in game 2.
I mean, in all fairness, you did tell me pre-game that your team is called Massive Whiff because you whiff on ultimates, and you did prove that. So I really commend you on your honesty.
Yeah, that's it. My namesake.
So let's talk about game number 2 because I think we covered game number 1 with that. What did you think when they chose the Cho'Gall at the end of that draft? For your strategy, did you change anything up when they did that? Were you expecting that? What kind of went through your team's head?
We weren't expecting it, and we had Gul'dan selected prior to the Cho'Gall pick, and then Cho'Gall got picked, and we had 30 seconds of panic. Oh, should we play I don't know, Lunara or somebody else? And we're like, at that point we didn't have a lot of damage, and the Gul'dan really rounded out our comp, and so we're like, you know what? Just stick with what we had. Like if we react too hard, that plays to their advantage. So that was our plan the whole time, was just to stick with it and make sure that we stayed ahead. We knew that if it got too late a game, they would win. But if we abused the 5 people versus 4 people, we now rotate them, stay up in XP, and win before they get too powerful. That was our whole plan.
Yeah, and you guys did that perfectly. I think I'm looking at the final thing. They were level 19, but kind of late game, but you played that last team fight so well. Like you had your Haka top lane frantically trying to get level 20, I assume, because it was getting close. And so when the Cho'Gall upheaval came in and the Ring of Frost still connected with 2 of your members, nobody died.
Yeah, I was tranquility and queuing for my life, just like a level 20 Malfurion, just like, please live.
Yeah, Zanzibar did eventually fall, but he did take out, I think, like 2 members, or I would almost say 3, because his lightning breath like chunked down half their team, like the Cho'Gall, Jaina, and maybe Alexstrasza. So that was just, I have to say that was really well done. I was very impressed with that, because that clearly, it's like apples and oranges between the first 2 games. Like it's like a whole other team playing and just being more in sync and using your ultimates precisely to get finish off the kills.
Yeah, it felt good.
So you have 2 more matches this week, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What days are those on if people want to catch your team?
We're doing a doubleheader on Saturday evening, so it'll be I think 5 and 7 Pacific on Saturday. I'm playing Rush B, an old Division C rival. Mm-hmm. So I want to get some revenge on them. So that's on Saturday.
That's right. So did I take it then they beat you last season?
Yeah, we split 1-1 in the regular season, and then they 2-0'd us in the playoffs.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I remember. I think I picked your team to win too in that playoff.
You did on a couple occasions. It was very flattering articles, and that's probably why we lost. Got to our head.
Yeah,
so
exactly. You're welcome. Well, before I let you go, is there any shout outs, anything you'd like to say to anybody?
Quick shout out to Mongoose, captain of the other team. Good games, appreciate it. Shout out to my wife who's watching. She always, it's required for me to shout out to her. And then also another shout out to the other team for double banning the Tracer, the non-meta Tracer.
Was that a target ban?
I think it is, and we have come a long way in the off season. But the respect ban for the Tracer, I love it. So, or at least that's what I think they did. So
that's what my assumption was too, because
Yeah.
again, non-meta. Why? So.
But yeah, man, thank you very much. I appreciate the cast.
Oh yeah, no worries. Trying to get as many we can, right? So,
Yeah.
thank you for joining me. Congratulations again on your victory. Not victory, I guess.
Thank
your
you.
split, but you didn't
Yeah,
lose.
it feels like a victory. You got the second one. It
The
feels like a victory.
second one feels like the victory, right? Because you get the interview too. So, like, you know,
exactly.
Mongoose, if you're listening, wah wah. But anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and good luck
thank you.
this week with their other two matches.
Awesome. Thanks. Have a good one.
Well, that's going to do it for me. Thank you for joining me. I thought that was really well played by both teams in both different games. Kind of funny, like it was the Jekyll and Hyde for the ReGen Blue team, and it was also the Massive Whiff saying that they missed their heroics, and then they're able to take care of a business in the end. Thank you everyone for joining me. Let's see, is anybody currently casting that I can throw this to? I'm not sure. Looks like Ghost Dunk might be, so we'll throw it his way. But before I go, I must ask Murky. Murky, did you enjoy yourself? Would you like to join me again in the future broadcast? You know, Murky, it's actually against the caster rules for you to swear while on stream. Okay, Professor Bobo's going to be really upset if you keep doing that, so I'm probably just going to have to let you go. Anyway, thank you all for joining me, and you all have a wonderful evening.